Happy Tuesday, June the 11th of 2024. It's me, your buddy Donnie again, bringing you another Dolly review, and as always, telling it like a TI is. The Tropical Barbie line is, well, has to be one of my favorite line of dolls of all time, not just from the 80s, but of all time. And because there's, several dolls to the line, I decided to segment the videos, not to go on, too long. So I'm going to focus on the boys. Now, the main tropical line, was Barbie, Ken, Barbie's little sister Skipper, and her new friend Miko. Miko, it's a new character. Well, it was new back then because although this head mold had been used previously on other dolls, this was the first time that she had a proper name. But I've already done a video, covering extensively Tropical Miko. I think last year sometime. So if you scroll in my feed, you'll see that I have already made a video exclusively focusing on Miko. Anyways, so again, this is the main line. These four dolls. Well, in the little booklets, little fold out that used to come with the dolls back in the day, you saw these four main dolls. And underneath it, you saw the black versions of Ken and Barbie. Now, these are not Christy or Brad or Curtis or Steven. No. These are just black Barbie and black Ken, obviously, because their boxes, say so. Tropical Barbie and Ken. Now, as much as I love all these dolls, later on, I learned that there was a Hispanic version of Barbie, Tropical Barbie. Again, she was just a Hispanic version, of Barbie, Tropical, and she was made using the same DD head mold. I call this the DD head mold because that was, again, the first time she had a proper name, because this head mold had also been previously used for years, but under Spanish Barbie or simply Black Barbie or Latina Barbie. But Dee, I call it the Dee head mold because Dee is the first time she was given a proper name. But also, I made a video covering Black Tropical Barbie in detail a few days ago. So it's there on my feed. Anyways, back to the boys. This is stunning photography, by the way. And this is just good photography. Because, and I say just good photography because if you notice, they didn't have to airbrush the crap out of these pictures. The dolls were beautiful, stylish, straightforward, simple, if you will, but that was it. The dolls didn't need, all this, airbrushing and photoshopping. They didn't need that, They just took good pictures, good lighting, good composition, of dolls that were beautiful to begin with, And that was it. Now, yes, I'm always slamming on today's dolls and how butt ugly and low quality they are. And sure enough, I sustain it. Yesterday's dolls were simply better across the board. Back to what I was saying. So, these are the two guys, Ken in his two ethnic incarnations as white or Caucasian or black or African American. Now, these fellas are very, very handsome, They have beautiful toothy smiles, Now, these two, I have them loose out of the box because I got them thrifting. This one I was lucky enough to find in excellent shape, as you can see, and even with his lei. This one I also found thrifting, but he was missing his lei. Maybe I'll make a replacement lei myself, because again, it can't be that hard to make. Anyways, I'm showing you these two out of the box, okay? Because also I like to show you the mint dolls. This is what Tropical Ken Mint looks like. Okay. Even the box is very straightforward. You know, it doesn't have a million pictures. It's just one good picture in the back of the four main dolls that were marketed. And I call them main dolls because, well, these are the dolls that were marketed the most. Okay. Now, I don't mean to cry racism, but if you notice, okay, the black versions of Barbie and Ken were not marketed nor produced in the same numbers as their white counterparts. Okay, business decision, racism, I don't know what to attribute it. You draw your own conclusions. Okay, now, I am Latino, okay, and part black as well. And growing up as a little brown boy, I felt a lack of representation for people who look like me. In this little pamphlet that I saw when I was a child in Peru, yes, I was fascinated by the white dolls and fascinated by the black dolls. But unfortunately, in Peru, South America, the black dolls did not make it. Okay, they were not imported to Peru. Maybe other countries in Latin America, okay, but I clearly remember that in store shelves, only the white Barbie and the white Ken were seen. Not even Skipper or Miko, okay, they didn't make it to Peru. At least I never saw them on store shelves, you know. So the black dolls became very, very interesting to me because it's like, ooh, they're so pretty. But again, I couldn't even see them other than this picture, you know. And again, I don't mean to cry racism all the time, but, well, who knows? Anyways, back to my point of being a little brown boy. Some years ago, I got my hands on this dealer's catalog. Okay, these are the books that they would send out to that Mattel would send out to stores. Each individual store of chains like Toys R Us, Lionel Playworld, or KB, and also mom and pop's toy stores. Okay, so that the managers or owners of the store would, you know, look through the pages and order, you know, the toys that they were going to carry. Well, in this book, okay, they have stunning photography of dolls, but although they have stunning photography of the dolls, okay, of Barbie, white Ken, Skipper, and Miko, okay, on these pages, they don't even mention the fact that black Barbie and black Ken even exist. So store owners, okay, must not have been able to purchase or order, you know, the black Barbie and the black Ken, because again, in the catalog, you know, these are other dolls, but the 2 pages devoted to the tropical line did not show, again, the black Barbie or the black Ken. So again, store managers and owners couldn't possibly order dolls that they didn't even know existed. You know, why did Mattel decide not to include Black Barbie and Black Ken, in this catalog, let me just shrug my shoulders. Okay. It doesn't make any sense because as a company, you want to sell your stuff, don't you? So how you not promote it? But the only reason I can think of is that Black Barbie and Black Ken were an afterthought. Like maybe very reluctantly later into the production, we're like, okay, fine, let's make a Black Barbie and a Black Ken too. Fine, and this luckily, they did put the little picture of the ethnic variations of Barbie and Ken in the booklet. Luckily, because if it wasn't for this little picture, again, no child would ever know that they even existed. Okay, so there I go on my soapbox. So, anyways, now also, yes, the black dolls were not shown in the catalog, but only, here, at least. But I'm not very well white or 100% full on black. I am Hispanic. I'm a little, I was a little brown boy. Okay. And some years ago, when I had a really good job, and again, I was making very good money, I said to myself, okay, I have the white Ken, the black Ken, but I also found out, again, later in my life, that Mattel made a Hispanic version of Tropical Barbie. Okay, now, the Hispanic version of Tropical Barbie, yes, I have her. But I'm going to devote a separate video for her. Because you see, the Tropical line is so many beautiful dolls. I decided to segment it, rather than show you all the dolls in one long, boring, tiresome video, So let me just say that when I found out that Mattel also made a Hispanic version, I saw her somewhere and of course got her on eBay. But more on her own video. But even though I found out, I was glad to know that they made a Hispanic Barbie variation as well. Mattel did not make a Hispanic Ken. So I decided to make my own. And this has got to be one of the easiest customs I have ever made, because all I had to do was redress the doll. Okay, now the title of this video is going to be Tropical Ken, and Tropical Ricardo. I am christening him Ricardo. Why am I christening him Ricardo? Well, because although the Hispanic version of the Tropical Barbie wasn't named Teresa, she was just Hispanic Barbie, I decided to name this very handsome brown doll Ricardo, because I wanted to give him a proper name. This is actually a Hawaiian Ken, but Mattel did use this exact same head mold, for the only two Hispanic Ken issue dolls, which are Sensational Malibu Ken and Sun Loving Ken. They wear this exact same head mold and body for that matter. Okay, which was originally used for a Hawaiian Ken. So what I did is, I made my own Tropical Ricardo. And why did I choose the name Ricardo? Well, I decided to call him Ricardo because my real name is Lizardo. Donnie is a nickname, which is, a whole other story, by itself. But when I was a little boy, my great-grandma Luisa, La Tatita, we used to call her, she was very elderly, and as, when you get to a certain age, well, relatives' names, especially children's names, sort of run together. So she couldn't call me Lizardito. She called me Ricardito. So Ricardo is a name that I've always felt a certain fondness for. You know, yeah, she didn't call me by my real name. She would call me Ricardito, Ricardo. Okay, but it was a simple mistake due to her advanced age. She wasn't purposely calling me a name other than my own out of spite or malice. You know, it was just, again, her advanced age. And that's one reason why I love the name Ricardo. And another reason why I decided to name this Ken Ricardo is as a little homage to Ricardo Montalban. Ricardo Montalban is an actor, well, was an actor because he passed away some years ago, who was very iconic and emblematic to the Hispanic community, okay, because he made it in Hollywood. And he was he was perhaps, other than Rita Moreno, like the biggest Hispanic actor, you know, to make it big in Hollywood. So, and yes, I was a huge fan of Fantasy Island, of course, starring Ricardo Montalban. Anyways, so that's why I named this Ken Ricardo. So, there you have it. Tropical Ken, Tropical Ken, Tropical Ricardo, Ken in his three ethnic variations. And I'm not going to unbox neither the white or the black Kens because, as you can see, I happen to have these two loose. So you're not missing anything, okay? The Ken dolls brought nothing, okay? Because, well, since their hair was painted on, there was no brush included, no any other accessories. Okay, so by me not unboxing either of these cans, trust me, you're not missing anything. This is it. This is it. This is all you got. This is what you got. So, again, I made my own by simply purchasing another can, you know, and removed his trunks and his lei, put it on this one, and voila, that's how I got my Ricardo. Oh, I'm sorry, the image is getting a little blurry. Okay, now we're focused. Thank you all very, very much. I love you. I appreciate you, you know, for the views, the comments, you know, and again, I love you all, my dear brothers and sisters and dolls. You guys rock. I think the doll community is absolutely beautiful and fascinating because most of us are good-natured people. Most of us are cool folks, okay? But yes, I have met some horrible rotten apples along the way throughout the years. Yes, the doll community is not all hearts and rainbows. No, the doll community has its share of creeps. Yes, it does. But anyways, let me not get bitter. Again, thank you all for watching. I love you all. And ta-ta for now. Please stay tuned.